This is a great dilemma for governments, which are committed both to net zero and also to achieving greater complexity and economic resilience in our economy. And as a result of the fact that we haven't had a consensus on power prices, and certainly not on the transition to clean energy in the last 15 years, we're facing a great dilemma as a country, really, because this is happening all over the place now, where electricity costs are making smelters and other operations unviable. This is a huge one. Tomago is the biggest aluminium smelter in the country. It has 3 billion of exports, and if it's lost to the Hunter region, there's 1,000 direct jobs, 3,000 maybe indirect jobs. It's a $6 billion hit.
And so do you view this as an issue of sovereign risk and one that Australia must consider? Can Australia afford to let the aluminium industry contract?
It can't, because this is an absolutely key contributor to the growth of industry more widely in Australia. It isn't just about the jobs, important as they are. It's an important part of becoming a more complex economy and being able to drive research and innovation across manufacturing, which is the major source of R&D. The idea we can do without manufacturing and move to a services economy, given that services don't contribute much to our export mix, is a fantasy. But there are options on the table here. It isn't just a question of a bailout. There are other options whereby, and this has been suggested by a number of economists, a special finance vehicle could be established to do an offtake of renewable energy in order to guarantee a floor price for energy to the smelter, way below what would happen if the price was left to the market.
And so what would that look like? And would any assistance be delivered to the joint venture partners, including Rio Tinto, directly?
It would not require financing Rio or the partners directly. It would be to provide an energy cost that would be absorbable, which would make them profitable, and ultimately which would grow our renewable energy industry through an offtake agreement, through what we call purchasing power agreement, to take energy through a competitive auction at the price that it's supplied to the smelter. There is a transition element involved there, which would require some co-investment by government, but ultimately everyone emerges ahead.
If assistance is forthcoming, could Tomago be asked to, in the end, help with demand management going forward, returning power to the grid if required?
Yes, that's part of its function in the local economy and more widely in the electricity management system. And that's what's happening elsewhere. The Boyne smelter in Queensland has a purchasing power agreement, and each of these smelters operates as a giant battery and can restore power to the grid at times that it's needed. So losing an operation of Tomago's size has enormous implications, not just for the Hunter region, but for how we manage demand in the electricity system as a whole.
Tomago Aluminium says time is critical and has indicated that it has begun consultations with its workforce. They will be carried out over the next month or so. Can this issue be resolved in the coming month?
Well, we'll have to hope so. Minister Ayres is putting a lot of effort into this, along with the state government and along with other local politicians. It's critical for the future of the Hunter region, which, as you know, is undergoing an energy transition more widely, closure of power stations, possibly of export coal mines at some point in the future, and it's trying to reinvent its economy. And part of that will, of course, be the growth of services around health, education, professional services, but it will also be around manufacturing, and not necessarily manufacturing as we've known it, the Tomago being an example of more traditional manufacturing, but also high value, high tech manufacturing, which generates research and development for not just the hunter, but for the country as a whole.
Professor Roy Green, thank you.
Thank you.